Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video here on the Brazilian Nomad channel. I'm right here in the center of Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, and I want to share with you today my first impressions on Bulgaria. I mean, what is different, what is interesting, what is not so interesting about the country. So let's check this out. So one of the first things that I noticed here is it's not very busy for a capital city. Look, this is the main touristic spot of the city, the St. Alexander Cathedral, which is beautiful, by the way. I've been inside. It's great both from the outside and from the inside. And take a look around. You don't see too many tourists. I've been to 17 countries already, and there are countries that you go and places like that, they're always so crowded and you don't even get to relax and enjoy the moment because there are people all over. But here, no, you can come here, relax, there aren't too many people around, you can take a good picture, you can just take your time to visit anything you want. And it's not that kind of city that is more international. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to Paris, when you go to London, it's a very international culture. You don't see a lot of the typical English culture, the typical French culture. You see a big mix. And when you come here to Sofia, Bulgaria, you actually see Bulgarian people, Bulgarian culture. So that's very interesting to me in a country that I'm getting to know. About the food here, they have some very nice options. I'm gonna share some pictures here. But I didn't really understand the price because my lunches here, they are usually around 15 euros. And I've had good meals in Poland, Bosnia, and Romania for half of this price. So I don't know if I'm just being unlucky about the prices, but I just don't understand why so much for this country, because this is not an expensive country, so it doesn't make so much sense to me. The food is good. They have nice variety of meats and soups, and I really recommend that when you go to a restaurant here, you try some of the garlic breads because they always taste amazing here. Another thing that I noticed here is at the same way that people are very welcoming, they're always trying to show you around, they're always trying to be helpful, to give you nice recommendations of places to lunch and things like that. You have to be very careful to how much joke you're gonna make, because on my TikTok sometimes I show things around and I don't only go to touristic spots, I go to regular streets like this one here, and sometimes I make some jokes about the buildings, about the architecture, and people don't really take that so well. So you can see that they have some kind of pride of being Bulgarian, being nationalist, which is not a bad thing at all. It's interesting to have that in a certain degree. It's good for you, it's good for your country. So that's one thing that I noticed. I mean, they're gonna treat you very well as long as you show that you are here being respectful, that you are here taking good care of their culture, trying to learn. They're gonna be very helpful to you. But if you start being sarcastic, making jokes, and feeling too easy at home, maybe you're going to see a different reaction from people around here. Well, about the architecture, I'm going to divide in two categories. So the first one is here in downtown. You can see that they have a very beautiful church here. There was also the beautiful cathedral down there that I showed before. You can see some classic buildings around. There's also a very interesting theater down there. However, when you go to a regular neighborhood, it's a very different look from this one that you have in the center of the city. It doesn't even feel that you are in the same city. It feels like a completely different place. And here would be the second part that I wanted to show about the local architecture, the neighborhoods, because that's what a typical neighborhood looks like here. As you can see, it's completely different from what you see downtown. It has nothing to do with the big churches and classical buildings. It has much more of that Eastern European aesthetics. I would say it's very typical. You know, there are so many videos on the internet about life in Russia, life in Moldova, life in Bulgaria, and that's actually the image that I had about a Bulgarian neighborhood before coming here. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing at all. I find it very interesting. If I didn't find it interesting, I wouldn't be here. I don't live in this building precisely. I live in a couple buildings down there in this neighborhood, And I know that a lot of people think this is not so interesting, but to me traveling is not about only going to the best places all the time. It's about living the real life, just like a local citizen lives. So for me this is a very interesting neighborhood, and I wanted to show that it can be very different from what you see on the city center. So as I said, this video was about my first impressions, but I still have 3 weeks left here in the country, so I'm definitely going to upload more videos about other places here in Bulgaria as well. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe in the channel, and see you on the next video.